I just jammed in a quick video. So, current events, we have a school shooting in Colorado with one dead, seven wounded. Both suspects are in custody. And America is normalizing school shootings. And it's very disheartening and very sickening as an educator to have to wake up to the PTSD and deal with it. Um, on the flip side of that, I'm going to post the article from the school shooting so that everyone can see it, just in case you haven't seen the news. I'm not doing that hearts and prayers nonsense that the NRA and the GOP want to share with everyone. Actually, I want to advocate for mental health screenings for gun ownership in America and other means of protecting people from being shot. Let's flip over to something less fatal. The Uber Lyft strike that's supposed to commence tomorrow. I drive for Lyft when I have time. I'm on the fence about this issue because what's up, Angela? Good evening. I'm on the fence about the Uber Lyft issue because one, if no one's driving and I have time, that lets me make an ample amount of extra money. Not much, because of how much I have to pay in taxes at the end of the fiscal year anyway. But on the flip side, it does give you a clear window. There's an article I was reading earlier about how much Uber and Lyft CEOs make. $14.3 million, while the drivers are making pennies on a dollar. Yeah, I think I'm going to sit it out officially. But thank you all for watching. As always, Montague Travels. I don't know what I did to my webcam because it's bright on Facebook, but it's dark on YouTube. Anyway, God, I miss Japan. I miss Spain. I miss Panama. I miss the Philippines. And the reason why I say I miss those places is that I remember being a kid, and the worst thing I had to deal with was a bully picking on me because I was short. I was short till I was in high school, kids. I just want you to know that I was short. My mom was only 5'5" on a good day, 5'7" in heels, and dad was 5'11", and I just felt short compared to everybody. The worst thing I had to worry about, hey, Jaleska, good evening. The worst thing I had to worry about was someone throwing pencils and erasers at me. Um, it's not what it used to be. So I want to break away from all negativity for a minute and let's talk about um, some good things, some great things. Um, One of the best things that can happen this summer is that my wife and I are finally going to get to experience Japan together at the same time. We're going to Tokyo, Hiroshima, Kobe, Kyoto, Osaka, and Narita, and then I'm going to go work for 2.5 weeks on my solo trip, business thing again. And that's good news. It's great news. I'm just tired of shootings at schools. It's ridiculous. It makes no sense. Um, I had just finished high school when the Columbine shooting broke out in when it happened. I think I was either just in school or I found out about it when I got home that day. And it was agonizing imagining someone pissed off rolling through school and shooting round after round. My number one thing though is always advocate for your own safety. Always advocate to know your exits. Advocate to have active shooter drills. Shooter drills are still traumatic to me, and I can't believe that I've been through almost um, 30 of them over my 10 years of teaching in Texas. 30 active shooter drills since 2007. And it's scary because, one, a lot of kids think it's a joke until it actually happens. Me being in situations where I've actually gone to a gun range and heard the sound of gunfire, unprotected and with hearing on, and then see what bullets do to solid mass. And we're talking about concrete, wood, and sand and glass and paper. People just don't get it, and they don't appreciate human life, and it pisses me off. So anyone that has kids, deals with kids, you related to somebody who has kids, or you're a teacher, I love you more than words can express. Hug your people a little bit tighter, but on the same side, be cautious and be safe. I'm going to advocate that all the time. If you're really concerned about school shootings and you're tired of complaining about them, write a letter to your congressperson, write a letter to your senator, your state rep, whoever city a public official will listen to you, or even if they don't listen to you, spam their office enough with mail that they get sick of hearing your voice and they do something about it. And tell them that, yeah, the swamp training thing never happened because even though the NRA is running out of money, they still exist. What's up, Percy? It's another day in the life, man. I'm just glad it didn't happen anywhere near me. I'm up here reacting to it because it's like we just did a active shooter drill a month ago at my school, and I literally had to explain to the kids point blank on how everything works in real life. Because some kids are like, well, we play video games all the time where bullets go through walls. Is that going to happen here? I'm like, it's a pretty good possibility. And my students were like, well, how do we fake that we're not here? I'm like, one, whoever's by the door turns off the lights, turn off all the computers, mute your phones, keep silent. And that doesn't mean jack, because most of the firepower that comes out nowadays, you have, and I'm going to explain this in very rudimentary terms. You have what you call solid shot and hollow points. Hollow points are bullets that have divots in them, or they have shapes cut out, or they're missing like they have an X pattern in them. They smash upon contact, and all of that force compresses into one area. That's not going through a wall unless it's fired point blank. Your solid shot, which is armor piercing, standard 9mm ammunition, anything that goes through a gun, that's called ball ammunition, is going through solid mass. And that's one of the scary things. It's like, I don't want to teach anymore if I have to worry about, oh God, that kid I pissed off is going to come shoot up the school, or, oh God, how do I get out of here? I'm on a second floor and there's no emergency exit for me. There's no rope in my classroom. There's no ladder in my classroom for me to evacuate my kids. That's my number one concern. And yeah, that's something deep I don't even want to get into for the long haul. I copied and pasted the article for you guys to read if you haven't been aware of it. But yeah, I'm not for it. Yeah, it's just too much to deal with. I don't feel good. Jaleska, don't worry. We'll take care of you for souvenirs. Trust me, I got you covered for souvenirs. Um, I'm not going to cry. I'm just too pissed off to cry. For those of you that are wondering why I keep shaking my head, it's just like, I just want to go to school, laugh and joke with my kids, teach them what they need to know, watch them graduate, walk the stage when they finish high school, go to college, and move on with my life. Not asking for too much. Here's the deal, though. There's lots of videos on YouTube. There's lots of Safety Security Council conventions from law enforcement, teachers. There's a lot of free self-defense courses in your communities because of school shootings. Granted, a fist is not going to stop a bullet, but Having someone giving you tactical awareness of what your exits are and how to escape a building is better than nothing. Hey Hoffman, I hope you enjoyed your writing class, man. I'm about to hang this video up and just relax. I got 2 videos. Back to the Lyft Uber strike. It's really disgusting that computer nerds designed an app that helps people get across the city, but you get $14.3 million a year for a great idea. You're not putting half of the money that you make back into the company in the app that you designed to help the person providing the services that you make ridiculous amounts of money on. Now, if you were making $2 million a year, $1 million a year, 500,000, hell, I would settle for 120,000 to keep reinvesting in the business. But 14.3, and a guy can drive for 20 miles in 15 minutes or however long you're in a car and make scraps. It's ridiculous. I really need you to evaluate your IPO. For those of you that don't know, Lyft and Uber combined are launching individual IPOs worth $14.3 billion, more money than Trump's losing every year for stock options, not for healthcare, not for benefit for the drivers, not a free tire for a driver that completes 5,000 drives. So I'm not driving for Lyft. I never drove for Uber. If you watch my YouTube channel, I'll be in Japan this summer. Support the YouTube channel. I'm done for the evening. Man, the world is wild. I just want everybody to be safe and have a beautiful night. So, goodbye, Facebook first. Hey, Jaleska, take tomorrow off. There's a national strike, so you guys can get more money. I suggest you take the day off, depending on what your situation is. But our love for you and the familia, I'm out of here. I gotta get back to work. Good night.